All right, let's dive right in. We are going to unpack something pretty wild today, an automated innovation engine. This is a system that can literally spin up brand new content from just a 3-word command. So we're going to look at what kicks it off, the super strict rules it has to follow, and the incredible assets it actually creates. Let's do this.
So let me ask you something. What if you could type just 3 little words and boom, an entire complex innovation workflow just kicks into gear? I'm talking about sourcing materials, zeroing in on a core idea, and creating something completely new. What would those 3 words even be, right? Well, that question, that's the key to this whole thing we're looking at.
Okay, so first things first, let's look at the very beginning, the command that starts it all. This is the simple manual key that turns the whole engine on. And there it is, the magic phrase, Daily Innovation Brief. It sounds simple, right? But according to the system's core policy, it has to be exactly this phrase. No typos, no variations. A user types this in, and that's what triggers the entire process. It's not a suggestion, it's a command.
So you see, this isn't just a random search term. It's a trigger phrase, a formally defined command. It has to be typed in by a human, a deliberate, manual start. There's zero ambiguity here. The user types it, the system wakes up and knows, okay, it's time to get to work. And it has to follow a very strict set of instructions, which we're about to get into.
All right, so once that trigger is pulled, the system doesn't just go wild. Not at all. It operates inside this really rigid policy framework. Think of them like digital guardrails that control its every single move. Let's check them out.
And this right here, this lays it out perfectly. It's like 2 sides of the same coin. On one hand, you've got Policy GTP 001. That's the how-to guide. It literally tells the system, here's what you're going to do. But then on the other hand, you have Policy GTP 002, the global prohibitions. This is like the system's conscience, spelling out in no uncertain terms what it absolutely, positively cannot do.
Okay, so let's dig into G2P001 a bit. What's so fascinating here is just how specific it is. It's not giving suggestions, it's giving orders. It demands a laser-focused topic. It says you can only use approved raw materials from this one specific source, and it has to focus on just one core asset at a time. Oh, and it's constantly reminding the system to play nice with its partner, that big list of don'ts we just saw.
And here they are, the big no-nos. These are the absolute hard stops. The system is flat out forbidden from just making stuff up. It can't change its own rules. And get this, it can't even mention these policy details in the final content it spits out. It's designed to be a tool, not some creative partner that goes off script. And that last one is huge. No creating irrelevant content. It has to stay on task.
Okay, so we know what it can't do. So, what can it do? What is this thing actually allowed to work with? Let's take a peek inside its approved library of raw materials.
And this is a really, really critical point. The system can't just go surfing the web or pull from some random database. No way. Its entire universe of knowledge is locked inside one single source, G2-001. Why? Well, that ensures total consistency and absolute control over everything it produces.
So what's inside this G2S001 treasure chest? A whole bunch of stuff. You've got your standard docs, photos, videos, audio clips, but check out the last 2 things on this list. It has access to the core asset portfolio itself, and this is the really cool part, learnings from past violations. This system is actually designed to get smarter by studying its own mistakes. It learns from failure. How cool is that?
Okay, so we've got the trigger, we've got the rules, and we've got the ingredients. But what's the point of it all? What is this engine actually building stuff about? Let's pull back the curtain on the core portfolio.
13. Just 13. That number is everything. It represents 13 foundational assets that are the one and only focus of this entire innovation engine.
And we're not talking about 13 blog post topics here. No. These are high-value, patent-eligible technical assets. This is serious, heavy-duty intellectual property. So the whole point of this daily engine, its entire reason for being, is to constantly explore, document, and find new ways to talk about the value of these incredible innovations.
And here's just a little sample of what we're talking about. Look at the range. You've got a voter auditable election system, containerized data centers, and then there's this one,
J2SCCS, or smoke condensation chambers. Now, this one is a perfect example of the whole theme here. It's a system built for incredible efficiency, designed to take something chaotic, like smoke, and converge it into a structured, valuable output. And that idea of convergence, that's really at the heart of how this entire engine operates.
Okay, so it's time to put all the pieces together. We've got the trigger, the rules, the raw materials, and the subject matter. Let's see how it all converges into one single powerful workflow.
And here it is, the whole process in a nutshell. It's basically a 5-step assembly line. Step 1, a human types daily innovation brief. Step 2, the system checks its rulebooks, the do's and the don'ts. Step 3, it goes to its one and only approved library for materials. Step 4, it picks just one of those 13 core assets to focus on. And finally, Step 5, it outputs a brand new artifact. Could be an infographic, a tech brief, maybe even a video script, but it's all based on that super focused, rule-driven process.
You know, even the way it delivers the final product is structured. It doesn't just email you a file. It presents it in this specific format. And it includes a policy score, which is basically it grading itself on how well it followed the rules, and a count of what it made. So this is a system that's literally accountable to its own programming. Pretty neat.
So after all that, it leaves us with this really big, fascinating question, doesn't it? We've just walked through this incredibly structured, automated content factory. It's efficient, it's controlled, it's a laser-focused. But in a system that's this rigid, where does human ingenuity fit in? Is our creativity now just about designing the system or curating the assets it uses? Or is it about taking what this machine creates and doing something brilliant with it? It's definitely something to think about.